We are live, we are live, we are live. It's already on. Testing 1, 2, 3. Alright, we've got that squared away. We've got that squared away. Got to put this all together later. Well, I don't really need that stuff anymore. Oh yeah, that's right, I needed 3 of them. We need 3 of them. And just put all this together. We shall just put all of this together. I guess I can just put this together. In case I need it for whatever reason. We'll just call it a refund. Put this with it too. Welcome to the live stream. Refund for closing now. Bugs early. Welcome everybody. How y'all doing, man? How is everybody feeling? Let's see what I think this stuff is just trash. Wait, no, this is not. This has to go with that as well. Tap the like button, everybody. Subscribe to the channel. How y'all doing? I guess I'm gonna put this together with that too. This can all go together. This can all go together. We're giving it a little bit for everybody to join, and then we're gonna kind of talk about what I posted the title of the video about. Just want to give it a few minutes for everyone to join. No. Knew all that was going to fall. I knew it was going to fall. Ugh. All right, cool. This we're going to save because we just want to make sure it was delivered. This will photocopy. Hey everybody. Hey Sophie. Wow. Long time no see. How's everybody doing, man? Happy Tuesday, everyone. Welcome, welcome, welcome to the live stream. I want to kind of talk about some of the garbage that's being spewed to the world, you know, and also like what are we focusing our attention on, you know, at the end of the day. That's the important thing. That's the thing I keep talking about over and over again. Yes, it's we're going to be inundated with all this information and confusion and things happening in the world, but how can we look at it? How can we view it differently versus going right to fear? Because all fear is going to do is create it. When you're focusing on that, when you're focusing on it in that way, all it's going to do is humanity as a whole is going to create that timeline, and we're at a really, really pivotal point, man. We really are, where this was stated quite a few years ago. I said this, but now it's actually getting to that point, and we're getting to that that time where we have to make a choice, and we're going to choose between timelines. Not that we haven't done that previous. Hey Matthew, what's good, brother? Looks like you it's better for you around this time of the day. When I go live in the afternoon, I don't necessarily usually see you. Good to see you too, man. Yeah. I haven't necessarily picked a specific time. Yeah, the time difference, exactly. Once a week, I'm definitely going to have a specific time stated where I'm going to have a thumbnail out, and you guys will know exactly when I'm going live. Hey, Benjamin, what's good, brother? But I'm sure most of you know what's going on in the world and what's happening, even on YouTube and social media, where people are putting thumbnails out that attract fear. And I kind of been guided to talk about this because people are doing it for the likes, and they're doing it. Nice to meet you too, man. They're doing it for subscribers and likes, and they'll put, objectify a female on their thumbnail and to attract people to it, or they'll put some catchy title that has a lot of fear in it. Oh my God, this is going to be catastrophic, just to attract people to it. And the messed up thing is, like, people are attracted to fear. And how ironic is that? Look at look at the movies that we watch. Look at the TV shows that are put out. Look at everything, man. If you really observe and you step back, you tell me one thing that is not perpetuating some sort of fear, or trying to clickbait, get people to clickbait. Let me post this thumbnail. It's going to, and even YouTube promotes it. If you go through their YouTube schooling thing, and and you look at how they explain, well, this is the best way to attract, people to your content. And, you know, I mean, last year, not, I haven't seen it as much this year, but I definitely know that I talked about it numerous times last year, how a thumbnail that someone put on their YouTube channel did not have anything to do with what they were talking about in the video. And I said, man, what a waste of time. Now, nothing is ever really a waste of time, but that to me is a waste of time. And you end up thinking that, well, they're going to talk about what is in the thumbnail of the YouTube video, and then you actually click on it and you sit there and watch it for the 40 minutes or hour, and you're like, I don't understand. This had nothing to do with what they posted about. And this is a common thing people are doing for likes, for subscribers, to get people's attention, because they know that sexuality sells. They know that fear-based things sell. And, it's something that we have to really use discernment going forward, because there's going to be a lot more confusion, a lot more things put out to get your attention, because they know that our attention is how we create. And if we focus enough on it to the point where we actually feel whatever we're focusing our attention on, we're going to actually create it. And again, a lot of people aren't really taught that. That's really essentially the key to manifestation. It's feeling it, And the more you can focus your attention on something and then actually feel it in your body, you will create it in some way, shape, or form. Not exactly how you're focusing on what you're focusing on, but you will attract that to you. So if you're constantly talking about, oh my God, it's going to be the end is coming, the end days, like so many people have said, well, the collective is going to create that. At least, moreover, they're going to create a timeline where it's the end. Again, we won't get to that point because, as I've stated numerous times, this experiment has been going on for a very long time already, and we have gone down that path. Again, there's multiple timelines that humanity can choose. There's ones where it's a beautiful world and we essentially do ascend and get to the fourth dimension. There's also timelines where humanity destroys themselves. There's timelines where AI takes over. There's numerous timelines. And we're coming to the point where we're going to narrow down to a few different choices that we will have and that we're having to make. But I've talked about this over and over and over again, and the more I just got done listening to a YouTuber talk about this. And I've been talking about this for years now. And it's like, I want more and more people to realize the more attention they give something, the more they keep it alive, the more they bring it to life. I've spoken about it with individuals that did certain types of things and that lost their contract or lost their, position that they had in a company due to their choices. And then all of a sudden you just see them disappear. You don't even hear about them anymore. Why? Because humanity isn't giving it attention anymore. The collective is not giving it attention. So if you've ever noticed when you pull your energy back from someone, a place, a thing, a situation, that situation, that place, that thing just begins to dissipate and disappear. And then they're no longer like at the forefront. And that could be even a friendship, a relationship. When you're not giving it energy anymore, when you're not giving it attention anymore, it dissipates. It dissolves. The friendship kind of becomes less and less and less, to the point where, maybe you just speak here and there every now and then, you know? And so this goes for big, huge things happening in the world too. We can completely take our attention away from the wars that are going on as a whole, the collective. That doesn't mean that you don't have feeling. See, that's the problem, that they've programmed and conditioned us to believe that if you do, then you don't care. And that is absolutely not the truth. But they want you to believe that, so that you feel so bad that you suffer. And the more you suffer because you're feeling those things, the more you're going to keep creating that. You're going to be giving it energy and attention. And it's going to keep it alive. I've talked about this about restaurants. It's the same as a good example. What happens with a store, with a restaurant? The less interest people show, the less and less they attend. Eventually the restaurant, the place, the store, the shop will shut down, will close down. I mean, we've seen it a million times. So it goes for every single thing happening in the world as well. Where our attention goes, energy flows. Everything's energy, vibration, and frequency. Tesla said it. Where our attention goes, energy flows. So where are you giving your attention? What do you want to create in the world? What is the kind of world you want to live in? See, keep in mind, man, you may think that you don't have the ability to, that you're like, well, how am I going to do that? I'm just one person, blah, blah, blah. Well, you're just that powerful, and you are a creator. And you're co-creating with the universe. So it's like, what is the world you want to live in? How do you want to be? How do you want the future to be? For you? For everyone else? For the people coming after you? What kind of world do you want to live in? How do you want to show up in the world? These are things that we have to essentially evaluate, look at, every single day when you wake up, when you get up. Are you being more and more godlike in your life? How are you being more godlike? How can you be more godlike? Because I can tell you this. I can tell you this with certainty, that you're powerful. I'm powerful. We're all powerful. And the amazing thing is that we can, in fact, make a difference. And we have to mind our words. We have to think about how we want to move, because remember that every single person is, in fact, a role model. You're a role model. I'm a role model. People watch what you do every single day. And the only way that we're going to see changes is if we make the changes. When we change the world. When we heal the world. Have a great day, my friend. Nice. I don't even know how to pronounce your name, but I'm just gonna say 8365. Have a good day, man. Take it easy. Glory, hallelujah to you too, man. I send you a lot of love, but I know what you're doing, and you're trolling, and you control somebody else's channel. So it's time, man. It's time that people step up, man. It's time that people wake up. And realize that it's funny though, man. It's funny and it's interesting, and to this day, as awake as I've been, it's wild to me. Just oh man, there's a lot of trolls today, boy, I tell you that. I've spoken a bit. So what questions do you guys have today? You guys got any questions for me today? Drop them in the comments of the live. I'll be glad to answer any questions. But man, we got to do better, man. As a society, it is insane to me. Like, I don't know, that people just they are hurtful to others. They want to hurt other people. I understand it, and then I don't understand it at the same time, because I don't want to say that oh, they're unconscious to it. You know, they're conscious to it to a certain extent, but it's just wild to me, man. And yet I understand at the same time that they're hurting themselves, and hurt people, but that doesn't give people the right to do the things they do, or to treat people the way they do. It's very sad that the world is the way the world is, and the world is the way that the world is because, well, people don't stand up and open their mouth and say something. They just allow it. And then, oh, well, you're not spiritual, you're not a loving person, and blah, blah, blah. Well, you know what? We all came down here with every single emotion, and to really feel every single emotion. And I also get both sides of it. I get the side that we're raising our consciousness level, we're expanding, we're ascending, we're evolving and expanding. And as we do, that way of being will not be able to hang around any longer. I guess that would be the best word to say it. But I don't know, man. It's disgusting and despicable how people treat others, when in fact we're all one and we're all connected. And I also understand that a lot of people don't want to wake up, and they're choosing not to. And they're fighting it tooth and nail. And then I understand that there's a large majority of us that do, and that want to live in a better world. So there's like this mixture, this mixture of, well, some want to, some don't. And that's okay. Again, we all literally have free will and choice to choose. We all get to choose. But the choices that people are making, man, it's crazy out there. It's crazy. Like like I said, when I was listening to this individual speak, it's crazy. Like, in fact, what people will do for a like or a new subscriber, you know, they will lose their complete integrity and morals and everything else just to get people to like their channel. Or, I watch it with these IRL streamers and these streamers in general, and people are trying to do crazier and crazier things just to get people's attention, And yeah, quite literally, it's sad. I mean, I've said it a long time ago. It's like if a girl or a woman or a lady is, if you put up two YouTubers that are up and coming, okay, let's just say, or, just starting out, and you have a lady on a YouTube channel and a male on a YouTube channel, the female YouTube channel is going to skyrocket and explode much faster than the male one. Especially depending on what they're wearing and how clothed they are. And this guy could be bringing wisdom. He could be Jesus for all we know, you know, bringing through powerful codes and activations and wisdom, but it won't out surpass this lady or female putting out content that is very racy and objectifies women. That channel will explode a lot faster. And it goes for the same as someone putting, a thumbnail that kind of gets you to click through fear. Like, oh, I've got to watch this. This could give me the answers as to what's happening and unfolding. Oh my God, could this really be what's happening? That's why humanity has kept these news stations in business for so long, you know? Even big pharma, even the financial systems, all of it, because it's all based from fear. If we teach people and we teach the young generation, the kids, man, to be self-empowered, we'll create and live in a beautiful new world. We come out of school as, when you leave high school and you're like, well, you're put in fear to get a job and go to college and do all these things, and it's all based out of fear. It's not, well, do what you love to do. Do your purpose and passion, Hey, squirrel. Greetings from across of the new to be soon new world pond. I love that, man. Facts, my friend. Yeah, it's people like you, brother. It's people like me that teach people to focus their attention where they're focusing their attention, and to see things not in a fear-based way. So we can create new systems, new places, new communities, new everything from love. But again, until we realize it, until the humanity realizes it, which it will happen, I feel like we're closer than ever before. Why, you ask? Because again, these systems that have been created out of fear will not be able to withstand the higher vibrations and frequencies that the collective is moving up to. And they'll just collapse. They'll just crumble. And it will leave room for us to create from love. Now, mind you, there will be a large majority of people that will still be in fear and be losing their mind when, these different systems crumble. And that's to be expected. Yeah, well, yeah, that's part of it too, because there is a big separation. Well, for one, we're definitely separated from God, Source, the Creator. And there is individuals here that want to be completely separate, and they want to have an experience completely separate from Source. But then there's ones that want to come back to Source, to come back to God. So it varies. It varies on the individual and what their soul decided or chose to come here to do. And to come here and experience as well. Got to make sure. Okay, so I got a little bit of time. I got about I would say we'll probably be on here for about an hour. I've still got time. I got a half an hour, so another 20 minutes, and then I'll still have like 10 minutes left before I have to join the Zoom. So yeah, we can get in an hour. Um, until we fully ascend, it's definitely going to take a lot of these things that are happening are going to definitely wake more people up. There's no question about it. Especially things that actually affect people individually. See, when it's something that's like big and it's like it kind of sort of affects you, but it kind of sort of doesn't, people will forget about it so easily. Like what's happening with the EP files. Um, they brought in this war, and then the war is kind of superseding the EP files. So you don't think that that was done? Um, there was intention behind as to why that was done in the way that it was done, of course. They knew what was going on. They knew humanity was getting fed up and wanted those files to be released. And they knew that people were constantly, like, they could see it all. I mean, listen, make no mistake about it. If you think that they're not watching, people posting in the groups all over social media and all over the internet and all over X, and, the constant thing that people were asking was, put the files out already. What are you waiting for? Stop holding it up. And then lo and behold, just before they put out, I don't know, 6,000 or 6 million, I'm not even sure, files, this war breaks out. Or we go to war, so to speak. Well, listen, man, if you think that it's not, if you think that the things that are being done aren't strategically done, of course they are. Because at the end of the day, man, the higher dimensional beings that are controlling us, controlling the planet, controlling all of humanity, they know full well what they're doing, and they know they have technologies available to them that we don't. And they're tapped in and tuned in, and they have a bigger and wider vantage point than we do. And they're not in these dense energies like we are in deep in the third dimension. They're not in that. So their biggest thing is feeding off of the collective. Their biggest thing is bringing humanity into these lower frequencies and lower vibrations, which is fear, so that we can be manipulated and controlled more easily. That's all you can say. Oh, oh yeah, new. I don't even know what that means. Do you know what that means? I'm assuming it's like English. I kind of get a feeling or deep knowing of what it is, what they're saying. Um, so yeah, that's what. Yeah, I figured as much. Yeah, yeah. There's a lot of bots today coming in that are just trolling like that and saying stuff like that. You missed it before you came on, Squirrel. There was a lot of them, and that's okay. I blocked a bunch of them. Sometimes I feel called to just leave them be because they're meant to be here. They don't know it, but their soul led them to this, whether it be to receive codes and activations or to hear the words that I'm speaking. Yeah. Yeah. So, getting back to what I was saying, um, we're living in like some wild times right now, man. We are. And it takes courage to be here and to be fully awake and to trust God and to trust the process and to trust that you're being led and guided every step of the way, man. It takes a lot of courage, man, to speak out, to open your mouth, to speak your truth, especially if you grow and more people know who you are. And the more you speak, the more lashback you receive. It is some interesting times, but yet amazing times. We were never this conscious back in the day, 1,000 years ago, 2,000 years ago. We weren't as conscious as we are now. So it's very interesting times that it's funny, man. The amount of the it's yeah. Some days you come on and there's like one or two, and then other days, man, they troll hard, But it's okay. Who cares, you know? Um, it doesn't phase me. Hog. I'm just gonna call you Hog. I hope you have a wonderful day, man. I hope that um, you find peace within yourself. You know, I hope that I pray for you, man, and I send you a lot of love, buddy. One day you'll realize that we're all one and we're all connected, whether you realize it in human form or you'll realize it when you leave your body and go to the other side. Um, but when you do leave the body, you will, in fact, watch and observe the life you lived. So the comments that you make when you troll other people's channels, you're going to see all of that. You're going to see the experiences and the interactions and the way that you treated others, you know. And don't forget, make no mistake about it, there is a thing called karma, you know. And people will say it in different ways and shapes and forms. And, it's not going to be in the higher realms, but there will be, for people that choose to not awaken, you still will experience a form of karma. And I say it all the time, man. Everything that we do is being recorded and going into the Akashic records. So don't think that people and higher dimensional beings are not watching you and observing you and your higher self. And then people wonder why they're in the situations they're still in, because of the way they show up, the way they act, the way they treat others. God, your higher self, is not going to give you and put you in a position when you still are acting in those ways. So at the end of the day, man, you don't have to listen, Yeah, the Hermetic Seven Trials, man. Hmm. Yeah, it's mind blowing that people don't realize it. That like I understand that to a certain level we're being poisoned and we're being controlled and manipulated, and there's mind control happening, and there's infiltration happening, and there's you know yeah. Yeah, thank you, Squirrel, for that, man. That's true. It's true. Yeah, it's sad, man, but I understand that it goes for the same thing with insects and animals and everything. There's different levels of consciousness, you know? Like you got bugs that don't speak. You've got the same thing with humans. You've got different levels of consciousness, you know? But let me tell you what, man. Um, the codes and the light codes and everything coming from the sun and everything else, the energies all around us that are coming through, you can't stop this. You're gonna, I mean, every single human on this planet is going to be forced to awaken it to some level. Of course, pickles have consciousness, man. This ring that goes on the back of my phone has consciousness. Is consciousness. So every single thing, food, my clothing, my beard is conscious. Please look up a paper I read that started my forensic attitude. It's called The Soul of the White Ant. Yeah, I do. I speak to my beard. I speak to my hair. I speak to the cells in my body, of course. Our bodies are conscious. Everything is. And we'll realize that as we ascend more and more, that people don't realize the words they speak, like the words that you're typing out right now, have a vibration and a frequency to them. People don't realize the hurtful things they say are a lower vibration and frequency, and that they're not saying it to someone else. Like you're not saying that to me, because your mind and body doesn't know the difference. So when you speak, like I speak these words out, my body doesn't know that I'm talking to you on this. My mind does not know that I'm speaking to you on this camera. It just knows that I'm speaking. So when you say certain things, like you cuss somebody out, or you are nasty or gaslighting someone else, you're actually doing that to yourself, because your mind and body and your brain and your soul does not know the difference. Yeah, I can agree with that, Squirrel. I mean, we're all trying to understand it and figure it out. I 1000% agree with you. But you know what it comes down to? Discernment and feeling what feels good within you and allowing your soul to speak. So we do know to a certain extent, and we're remembering. Yeah, of course you have to your intuition, of course. But there's just a deep knowing. Like when I listen to something, I can tell if it resonates with me or it doesn't. If it makes sense or it doesn't. And at the end of the day, our soul knows everything. It's just how much is your soul going to give you that is going to assist you on the experience that you have here in physical form. And at what point is the information going to be given to you, you know? But we do know, the ego and the human is what resists it all. It's funny too because there's a bunch of people commenting, but yet the counter for how many people are actually in this live stream is not accurate. So it's like that one individual that came in and said, oh, well, you only have like 3 people that you're talking to and whatever comment they made, you know? It's never accurate as to how many people are actually listening and watching ever. I can say the best way and the quickest way to connecting to your intuition and listening is stillness. Getting as quiet as you can and going deep within through your breath and just listening. Everyone has morals and reflections. It's their frequency they are on. Yes. Yes, it totally is their frequency because everything is frequency and vibration. So it totally is what frequency they're on. But thankfully, more of us are raising our frequency and raising our vibration, and more of us are elevating higher, and so that is forcing everyone else to raise their frequency and their vibration as well. And they're being forced to. Until we get to the point where we have this bifurcation of timelines. Before we get to the point where we have to make a choice and actually choose which timeline we want. A lot of us have already made that choice as well. At least the ones that are awake and conscious of the choices they're choosing to make every day. Let me see what time it is, guys. Yeah, I got a little bit of time still. So, Okay. Where is your post though? Is it on like on the community like tab on YouTube? Is that where you post it? Go to channel. Posts. Okay, I see it. The frequency deception. For years, the world has been divided. Is it a spinning ball or a stationary disc? But what if both are? Yeah, if I can copy this, I'm going to copy this and paste it into like a notepad or something, and then I can read it. I don't have to sit on here reading it, I don't know if let me see if I can even do that. Um, oh yeah, I was able to actually do that. Okay. Yeah, I just saw it. Um, I just saw it. The one about the frequency deception for the world has been divided. Is it a spinning ball or a stationary disc? But what if both are skins, rendered over a deeper reality? The global deception isn't about the shape of the earth. It's about hiding the fact that you are living in a localized signal simulation. The shape is a rendering choice. Whether you see a globe or a disk depends on your frequency response. And yeah, it goes back to what I was talking about earlier, where I could be standing right next to you and have a completely different experience watching two individuals argue. And the way that I view it and the way that I see it is a different way than you see it or view it. And then when we go tell the story to someone else, we're going to have different perspectives and perceptions on it. So it's like almost like every single one of us on this planet are living on different planets, even though we're like standing right next to each other, even though like you're on this video call with me. It's really interesting stuff. Whether you see a globe, I think I already read that part. In the Artex framework, the world isn't a physical object in a vacuum. It is a synthetic aperture signal reconstruction, otherwise known as our sensor motor integration, which is the immediate, often subconscious reconstruction of a sensory hit into physical output. Sherrington, 1906. The globe is a rendering for those tuned to a distant source frequency. The disk is a rendering for those tuned to a contained dome frequency. The Pac-Man typology, PBC, the truth lies in the periodic boundary condition. We don't need a disk with an edge or a ball that curves. We live in a wrap-around domain. When the sun reaches the edge of your vision, it doesn't go under a curve or over a wall. It undergoes a topological signal shift. It resets its coordinates instantly. This is why the pulse of the sun feels constant and close. It is a localized energy source that follows the observer, resetting every time it hits the boundary of your rendered environment. Interesting. Wow. Well, everybody, man, I'm reading from Squirrel Sniper 138, his post on his YouTube channel. So anybody watching the replay or on this live stream, go over and follow him, subscribe to his channel, and check out the post on his community post page. It's very deep and interesting, and it will definitely expand your consciousness. Hold on a minute here. Okay. Yeah, we're going to probably end this live stream, y'all. I'm going to read one more paragraph. Number 3, 138. The master key. The 138 constant is the signal that breaks the deception. It reveals that the dome echo and the global rotation are just different ways the system handles signal noise. By tuning into the 138 resonance, you stop seeing the disc or the ball and start seeing the traveling atmospheric pockets. You realize that the world is being reconstituted around you, the observer in real time. The disc is a secondary trap. It's a physical explanation for a non-physical digital phenomenon. Result: the reality is a topological plane that uses wraparound geometry to create the illusion of a vast physical world. You aren't on a planet. You are a receiver in a localized excitation field. Why the 138? It's the master clock of our reality. It's the frequency that manages the simulation, making sure the sun resets correctly and the horizon stays level. It's the rhythm we tune into to see past the deception and finally understand the code of the level of playing. Wow. Just like a rainbow, it adjusts each person's personal perspective. Yeah. Interesting, man. The real multi-universe is within the universe. Yeah, you could really go down these rabbit holes, man. I'll tell you what. Like big time, dude. Like big time. But anyways, I really enjoyed reading that, Squirrel. Thank you. I'm going to tap the like button on it. I appreciate you, man. And thank you again, man. Robert, howdy. You only have a minute or two. Yeah, we're heading out. I got to end the live stream, Robert. I got to head out too. I was on for like over an hour. I've got to join a Zoom call. Howdy, only have a minute or two before I leave work. Just wanted to say hi. Have a great day, everybody. You too, man. You too. Been super busy, Daren. House hunting. Have you found anything? And hustling the 16K we need for the down and closing. Have you found anything yet? Thank you. I take truth seeking seriously. Me too, man. Me too. One day I would love to have you on the podcast, the Awakening podcast. Oh, cool. Well, text me, man. Let me know what happens.
Recording in progress.
Oh, shoot. I got to turn this down, guys. Hold on. I don't need to be getting monetized for that. Yeah, you too, man. You too. And thank you. I'm the Awakening podcast is getting underway. So get ready, guys, for that as well. I love you all, man, from the bottom of my heart. Good luck, Robert. I love you, brother. Good luck, Squirrel. Love you, brother. Love you, everybody. Tap the like button. Subscribe to the channel. Check us out on all social media platforms at Daren and Luna. Go to our website, DarenandLuna.com. Sign up for our free newsletter. I love you all, man, from the bottom of my heart. Take care of yourselves and each other. All right? And I'll see you on the next live, on the next video, or somewhere around the world. Until then, let's go!